So welcome back with another video. This is Warrior for Christ. Make sure y'all like the video for the algorithm. So let's get right to the topic. When it comes to a relapse, relapsing is going to kill your drive. It's going to kill the momentum that you were building up. Whatever it is that you are building up to, accomplishing your goals, reaching a certain milestone, making a certain amount of money, or coming into your blessing, you know, flourishing in your career or job or learning a new skill. You're building up that momentum, right? You're reaching a different level in the gym where you're gaining muscle, you're losing the fat, you're losing weight, you know, and all of a sudden you get down into that relapse, you know, by beating the drum, watching corn. You fall right into your old habits again. And then that relapse, although it may not seem like it ain't nothing to, really worry about, but what's happening is you're losing some of your power and strength that you were building up by abstaining. See, abstinence was building up your strength, building up your spirit. It was building up your mind. It was giving you that momentum. That relapse, it only killed your drive. Now, it's not to say that you can't regain back that drive, but it's going to take some days for you to get back on the truck. It's going to take time for you to get back on the horse, building that momentum again that was lost, right? But see, sometimes, man, you can't keep having those days where you fall off. There's only so many times you can fall off. When you're gaining that momentum, you don't want to lose track. You don't want to lose sight of the mission, lose sight of the end goal, because you're gaining all this momentum, but then only to relapse and then you lose some of it. It's really not worth it, because you feel some type of way when that momentum is lost, some of it, and that drive, that determination is not there for those couple days or maybe for a week. That's not a good feeling as a man, because as a man you want to keep it pushing. You don't want to stop. You don't want to stop working. You don't want to stop grinding. You don't want to stop accelerating. You don't want to stop elevating, because there is a dopamine rush that you get when you feel like you're gaining momentum, and you want to hold on to that feeling, not that feeling of instant gratification. That feeling of instant gratification, that cheap dopamine thrill, we got to level up from that. We got to bypass that and overcome that. That feeling that we get when we're building momentum, when we have that drive, that determination, and on top of that, we're taking action. We are executing every single day, getting to a better place in our lives, right? Whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, all different aspects. And we don't want to lose that momentum by falling into a stupid relapse. A relapse that we could have prevented, that we could have thought about rationally, instead of instead of letting our emotions get the better of us, instead of feeding into that lust, into that unholy lust. Okay, the only type of lust that we could have as men is the lust that we have for our wives, for our woman that we are with. That's it. Anything outside of that, it's unholy. It's unholy. It's not good. It's not healthy. right? So that momentum that we were building up, we got to keep building it up. And we cannot stop. This is a time that we cannot allow anything to slow us down. When it comes to getting closer with the Most High, learning the Word, we can't be stopped by the enemy when it comes to that. When it comes to, showing ourselves approved, proven by the Word. Okay, studying and showing ourselves approved by reading God's Word. We can't slow down on that. We can't slow down on our purpose, on our path. We got to keep it going. And there's a time where we got to speed it up. Yeah, we can take our time in the beginning, take our time to find ourselves, to find out what it is we truly want in this life. What's our real purpose as men? But then once that's discovered, once you have that clarity, it's time to get going. It's time to push through. No distractions. No stupid relapses to keep us back. Right? We took 10 steps forward only to take 12 steps backwards. No, we cannot do that no more. We gotta keep taking those steps forward no matter what. Right? A relapse is gonna hold you back regardless of how you look at it. That drive, that hunger that you had, it's going to be lost on you for a while. But it's going to take a minute for you to gain it back. So that being said, man, I wanted to come out with this message. And I don't believe anybody on YouTube is really telling you this. When you jerk off, man, that you give into ejaculation, you give into that corn, that drive, that fire that you were building up on retention, it's now lost on because of a relapse. Because you allowed your unholy lust, youthful lust, to make you comfortable. And we can't move like that for the rest of this year and going into 2025. We got to overcome that cheap dopamine, man. So this is Warrior for Christ. Make sure y'all like for the algorithm. More content is to come. I'm out, and peace.